Welcome back to CSL TV, and I just hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. Now, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. It's free. You'll be helping me out, and you're doing a good deed. Like, comment down below what made you watch CSL TV. If you stuck around to see what we doing over here, it's just a review, reaction channel, as well as informational channel. So, you know what I'm saying? We ain't doing too much of what everybody else is doing. But if you enjoy being to the, you know what I'm saying, to the click CSL TV. Now, I ain't gonna do no shit like that because everybody be like to the click, to the gang. We just gonna say welcome to CSL. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna do. Not like welcome to Death Row. Nah, but anyway, let's get into this video.
Hey, take it easy. No. Right?
Alexander was found lying on the floor, the rest of his family murdered. Alexander's father, Jan, was lying in the basement living room near him, shot 5 times, twice in the Jackson family, who lived at 4414 Oak Leaf Court Northeast in northern Cedar Rapids across the Cedar River. Lovely neighborhood. On the 15th of June 2021 at 8:23 a.m. a 911 call was made from that house to the Cedar Rapids Police Department. On the call, a man was saying that someone had broken into his house and shot him and his family. He didn't know who they were, but he had been shot in the hoof, in the foot, a mere flesh wound. He couldn't really describe who had broken in. When asked if they were wearing black or were themselves black, he gave a yes? Question mark? He said the person who had come in had used the Jacksons' own rifle against them. In the meantime, police surrounded the house. Dogs, you name it.
We got ammo out here. Start another 52, Justin.
Alexander was found lying on the floor, the rest of his family murdered, and the murder weapon, a rifle, still lying on the floor. One body, Alexander's father, Jan, was lying in the basement living room near him, shot 5 times, twice in the head. In her own bedroom, Alex's sister, Sabrina, 19 years old, lying dead on her bed. She too had been shot in the chest and then in the face. And finally, the mother, Melissa, upstairs in the master bedroom, shot twice in the head. There was blood in Alex's bedroom, and he would later say that after he had been shot, he crawled into his room to get his phone to dial 911. Alexander Jackson, he grew up in a very loving home, by all accounts, great family, very healthy, just really one of those, you know, they just took care of each other. In the years since they'd been living in that house in Cedar Rapids, there were 0 police reports. The police had never been called to that house. Alex was 1 year older than his little sister, Sabrina, and the family had moved to the area from Oregon about 10 years previous. Alex said he called literally 30 seconds after this intruder fled from the home. He said he'd been sleeping out that morning, in his little sleeping bag on the sun porch with their dog, Hero, but he woke to gunshots. Gunshots coming from inside the house, so he went inside. By this stage, his family was dead. He wasn't really able to describe this person. All he could say was he was a black guy wearing black clothing and he had green shoes.
Barber, come in front of me. You come in front of me, Barber. Yeah. Brown, you go help Kaczynski, and then we'll take you upstairs.
Please fire it! Stand over here!
The dog did a whole scent follow-up thing, trying to find the scent of this intruder, and found nothing. No scent. The dog was like going in circles. The Jacksons themselves had home security camera, and it showed nothing. Nobody, no stranger approaching the house, breaking in, unarmed, because the weapon they used was the Jackson's own. He went inside, wrestled, he got shot in the foot, and then he had to crawl into his own bedroom to grab his phone, because he didn't have his phone outside with him. But the phone activity said he probably did have his phone with him, because there was activity on the phone. He'd been Googling things, and he'd been on ifunny.com. He couldn't describe the killer until he needed to fit his story. Like, he never said the killer wore gloves until he was confronted with the fact that only his fingerprints were found on the gun. He said he didn't get a look at him, but then he later said, oh, he was wearing a balaclava.
Why would this happen? You think someone was upset with your family?
After he shot you, he left.
I think so. When we stepped out, we talked to our coworkers. They were up at your house. Okay. This is your house. This is the neighborhood. And Alex, the reality is there's not any evidence that anyone else was over at your house. It's okay. It's okay. Alex, do you want to tell us what happened? What really happened?
We're not here to judge you at all. Like I said,
I went downstairs. As a man was there. My father. I got shot. I think he left. Alex, that's not what the evidence showed. What do you mean? Like I said, if there had been a person there would be some evidence that he showed up. There would also be evidence that he left. Because he's not there now. And there is no evidence for that.
so the person that hurt your family was the central.
Okay. Who? It's not me.
You didn't hurt your family?
No, I would never.
You can get a free medium 2-topping pizza delivered with your next online order when you use the code word PIZZA.
Do you want our report to reflect that there was a guy in your house that there's no evidence of? Well, yeah, of course there's a guy in my house. Listen to me. Do you want us to write down a report that there was a guy in your house, that there's no video of ever showing up or leaving? Do you want us to put that down? Or do you want to give us some sort of an explanation that makes sense? I want the guy for why this happened. When's the first time you thought about this scenario? I didn't do it. Okay? I would never hurt my family. They are important to me. I love them.
We're going to continue to confront you with the inconsistencies, okay?
Okay.
And that's why it just gets to the point where it's like, when is it time to just clean? You know what I mean?
You can get a free medium 2-topping pizza delivered with your next online order when you use the code word PIZZA.
You shot yourself in the foot. Because you have to shoot yourself in the foot.
I wouldn't do that.
No DNA or scent of this mystery man either, nor CCTV or security footage. And the bloody prints where Alex said he dragged himself into his room to grab his phone after he had been shot, the blood doesn't enter Alex's room as if he had crawled in, but it does exit his room. Alex must have shot himself in the foot in his own bedroom.
You still think someone was there? Yeah. Do I know someone was there? Okay, how did they get out? I can't really remember. Probably the door they came in, but they didn't. Actually, 3 counts for first-degree murder.
Alexander Jackson was arrested and charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder. He went on trial in early 2023. He pleaded not guilty. The defense argued that this case was pretty much all circumstantial and all the evidence was left open to interpretation. The defense called witnesses who said they never saw him lose his temper, act out of anger, misbehave, nothing. A friend said he was laughing and joking the night before when they were playing Halo together online. The motive that has been offered in this case, quite simply, it comes down to this. His father, Jan Jackson, told Alex he needed to get a job or he needed to move out of the house. Alexander Jackson, he saw only one way out, and that was via the .22 caliber rifle. At the end of the trial, Alexander Jackson was found guilty on 3 counts of first-degree murder. He will be sentenced in early March. But I mean, his convictions, they guarantee a mandatory life sentence.
Oh no.
Super Rolo!
Without parole. And that's the end of the Jacksons of Cedar Rapids. Until the next one, please take care of each other. Please take care of yourselves, because I love you.
Man, rest in peace to that kid family now. It's sad, you know what I'm saying? He grew up in a privileged household. As you guys see, he had the perfect, as they say, family. They never been into any altercations where the police was called or none of that. But the dad, who probably done more than he should have, told his son, woke up one day, hey, you got to start being a man now. You got to go out and get a job. Eventually, you're going to have to get your own place. So whatever you decide to do, we just want to see you be a man. And he took matters in his own hand and been a little coward boy and did what he did to his family. Now, the 2 shots to the head, that was very personal. What he did to his mom, that was kind of personal. And as y'all saw and seen and heard what he did to his sister. So it was like, damn, everybody got to go. I'm going to have everything. It's going to be left to him because he didn't want to grow up to be a man. It's sad that shit like this goes on. And all he wanted to do was see, his father wanted to do was see him become better than him and make him proud to say, I've raised that. You know what I'm saying? I've raised that man. I've raised that young man. I raised that boy. And now all he got left is to look up from heaven and hoping that his son, you know what I'm saying, do right instead of continue to do wrong because he sure didn't do nothing right in this situation.